going into the darkness, going within. So when you die, you have no body. So the darkness represent that which is within yourself. And then with KL, I did that meditation that night. That's what we were talking about that I forgot. And then I seen a little golden light, and I knew that was him. If you walk towards the light, you walk towards the operating room, a birthing room again. You don't want to walk towards the light. You want to walk towards the darkness, which was within. And I found KL to come with me. And then I met him up with my boy Lou. Lou said, I got him. Then I went to sleep. Then he came back doing excited. Yo, I didn't know we were Egyptian. You know, he wasn't conscious of nothing. I didn't know we was Egyptian, man. I said, yeah, nigga. He said, yo, Lou is showing me all of this, and there's still this. He thought life was over, like any other human. And he seen there was more to it. But usually, the average human would have to struggle in the astral world, because the astral world is a part of this. Listen closely. What I found out, and I'm remembering this now, like as I'm telling stories, I remember the wisdom from it, that those who have helped spirits, when they die, the spirits are there for them. So remember, Lou was there for KL because Lou named the group Screwball. And while we were filming, laying next to all the girls, Screwball, 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 Lou said it woke him up. Because when he got shot at 23 with green eyes, the whole hood is a shame. And he had green eyes. You know how many girls he would have got? He said all that was a magnetic pull that kept him in the astral world. He said he was like a law. There's a real saga of the lost boy where they can't move on and they can't come back. The soul is there. So they're like sleeping in the astral world because now they are magnetized to what nigga said. Look at all the girls he was going to get. So because they don't have the mind strength, they're so young and they haven't learned how to control their mind. When they say shit like, how do we make ourselves stop in another lifetime? That's just another saying you don't control your own fucking mind. So of course, Lou can control his mind. The hood controlled it for him and created a heaven for him with a lot of girls in the astral world. So when we started doing all of this in front of the girls, we woke him up. He was able to see. He said then he was able to move on by us kept invoking his name around all the sexual energy. I was like, oh, nigga, you welcome. And I thought that was it. And KL died like 2 days later. Lou, why didn't you tell me? It don't work like that, but get him to me. Got him to Lou. About 4 to 5 months later, KL came through. He said, yo, I'm chilling. We about to go see Richard Pryor. They have universes. I could tell you shit about that all day too. Niggas like Gerald Levert's voice is a universe.
Oh shit.
If you want, like, going to see his CD is going to visit his worlds. He took B.O.B. did a song. It was about Gerald Levert.
It was called Gerald Levert, wasn't it?
Called Gerald Levert. Yeah, it was called Gerald Levert.
Yeah, I think.
And yes, that was it. And so it was dedicated to Gerald Levert. We got some bird, and they was doing bird sounds and birds in the video. We got some bird liquor. It was the Akashic weekend. We poured to Gerald. As soon as we took the mushrooms on the second day, Gerald hit me hard. I'm on that chase, this nigga. And Gerald brought me to his world. And I remember saying to him, because you know, you still got your human mind. Yo, the architecture, the shit, some of this shit's upside down, nigga. He's like, yo, he said, this ain't the third dimension. He said, this is me. This is what is encompassed in my talent in the body exists as a place you visit of beauty. So know how we put on a Gerald Levert CD and we in that Gerald Levert mood? Your moms would be like that. She put on some Shy Lights or something. And then you come in the house. Come on, Richard, dance with me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Make you just do that slow dance with her. All right, get out of here. You don't want to dance. Right? So she's in that zone, if you will. That zone, you can go see it. You can go experience it like like a world.
Mm.
And it's Gerald Levert or whoever. Richard Pryor, comedians have a whole thing. Scholars have a whole thing. Scholars, comedians, singers and performers, any creative thing in a category, it exists where you see it as an experience and you could just be there. You know what I'm saying? You can live in that place if you want. There's no time. So it's like hanging out with Gerald Levert to the CD until you're tired. So and they invite you to certain other worlds, deeper worlds. And he was showing me a deeper world and told me, he was telling me B.O.B. has residence there for just singing that song to him. So he dedicated this to Lou, and Lou took his ass out the astral world. Most of us scream ancestors, but we don't do nothing for them. We do something to get something back. We think it's a system of begging for rent money, a system to beg for your boss to get off your back, a system for money. It's not that. What do you do for them and just salute? Or for somebody and just salute? And that's what KL did from his heart. Named the band Screwball. When he told me, I said, oh, because Lou was like my little nigga. I didn't know his street name. I said, oh, I didn't know that was Lou. He said, yeah, that was Lou. He said, I named the band that and fought for it. I wanted to honor Lou. Lou's artwork was on the back. I said, you gave me a copy without artwork. I never seen that. And Lou said, when KL died, bring him to me. Lou was already dead since the 80s. Took him right out the astral world because you could get caught up there as part of the illusion. Remember in the beginning, I said it could be a hell. Watch the movie What Dreams May Come. It is a perfect description of the astral world and what happens when you die. Robin and William, well, their kids die. The mother has a nervous breakdown. Her husband was the last string that was holding them together. Robin Williams, he dies. So they show you in the astral world. Cuba Gooding Jr. is hosting him. And long story short, they said, see this world? You made it. This is your idea of heaven. He said, this is a painting that me and my wife bought at a flea market that we thought was the most peaceful thing. It was hanging in our foyer, a dining room or whatever. He said, well, you're living in it now, your idea of heaven. Then when he went to visit his daughter, as he's talking to her, she's a Chinese lady, so he thinks he's just talking to her. Then he started remembering a toy she had. And she was in that world of her toy. Then Cuba Gooding Jr. said, look, when we're together, listen closely to this. When we're together, we're co-creating. They're in the astral world. When we're together, we're co-creating. But this is your world. So I could go back to my world and make whatever I want. But I could come here and work with you on some shit. So that's how we still have sex in the astral world. So there is another consciousness, or those things have remember I said all your personalities in the astral world? Once you die, all of them now become one in your spirit. There's no reason for your body to snatch it as it needs it. So now they all exist in the astral world. They come together as one now. So the girl can call on your sexual spirit or your angry spirit or people who knew you in whatever context can do that, right? And you can say it came at one, but they're probably calling on them individually because they all exist there, but separately in their own world or whatever. But now, or maybe not, or maybe it comes at one. Doesn't matter. Now, so KL came, said he's about to go see Richard Pryor. I'm like, damn, nigga, you living it up. He said, let me tell you something. Remember those herbs you used to smoke? Yeah, the ones I made up. He said, put some more of that together and start selling it. Never, nigga. Remember, he was the ultimate hustler. They eulogized him with hustle, like this, saluting him that. That'll never work. Niggas are gonna hand this shit back in droves. Know what I'm saying? Because it worked your mind. It doesn't do it for you. It's a tool. You already know the rest.
That change your life.
Right.
That change.
Life changing. And that's from KL because I got him through the astral world.
Through the astral world. Wow.
Look, it's not, see, and this was connected to his soul because he was freshly dead. So his soul was moved on. He loved the universe, would not have known how to not come back. You know better. You should know better. He doesn't know any better. So he had people to help, and he was looking for me. And then I got confirmation. There was a girl who I'm not gonna say her name, but you probably know her. She was like, yo, I seen you. She called me. Yo, I seen your friend in the spirit world. She said, I was guiding people through. And your friend showed up. And he said, yo, where's Panic? As soon as he said that, you came through the room and snatched them. She didn't know I did that ritual that night. I said, oh, this bitch is on it. You know what I'm saying? So the astral world is a little bit tricky when you die because your soul does leave the body with you. If your soul is even here, my soul is not on earth. I'm reflecting myself from a star. Remember, Bobby used to always do that shit. You go outside and you can see that star. It always follows me. When C. Freeman died, we talked. There's another name for it, not Avatar. There's another more spiritually kind of name that they call it. But in this Hindu shit, that once you did all of this, you know not to have your soul fall back into humanity. Because you really could get lost climbing back out. But you know how to reflect yourself like an avatar, your consciousness. So when I die, I don't have to go through all of that. Bobby would and certain others, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Many of us who were on this side of the game, probably you too, if I were telling the story. You know what I'm saying? And you judge by heart. You judge by heart. Rich is, like I said, stand-up guy, more than so. So now, what was I saying? Oh, so what the fuck was I saying? Well, I can say this. I can't remember, like, that's when I'm in the spirit, when I just be losing what the fuck I'm saying. When my pops went, already had experience with KL. So I knew I could get a nigga out. Ready for this, Dad? He was like, no, I'm coming back. It was almost like it's no thing to him. So while it may be a big thing for us, because we thinking of the bills, remember, this is still a hologram, a dream world. So when you get on that other side, you may be going, no, I didn't get what I need yet. I don't care about that. This bodies ain't real. When I die, the real me is chilling. Nothing never happened. I'm just putting on a suit. But when you're in that suit, oh, fuck, here they come again with these masks, these vaccines. When you're in the suit, no, the white man. So I get that, and everybody wants to die and not come back. But my father came back. Before I even said anything, my nephew had a son, my sister's grandchild. It's my father. Ain't no, she said this shit before I even got a chance. Everything, you know what I'm saying? It's him. He came back, like you said. And you just, we got to understand, we are of a divine mind, and there's levels in our mind. There's unconscious, subconscious, and conscious. Sometimes they mix unconscious and subconscious together, but Carl Jung kind of separated the unconscious a little bit more and talked about the unconscious collective and certain attributes of the unconscious mind. You know how to breathe, blink, and do all of these things. Either you could attribute it to the demiurge creating his body, or you creating it and making agreements in sciences with these functions. And you don't remember how, you don't need to remember or think about blinking. Do it. What part of your thinking is that coming from in your brain? What part of that comes from? There's a part that is unconscious of your blinking. until you pay attention to it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
That unconscious part also said, I'm going to choose this mother. I'm going to do this work. I'm going to do that. When you get here, you don't know. So now you get to the other side and you remember a bigger part of your purpose. The reason you came down here in the first place. And you always knew it was a two-parter. Shit. Or you may be like, shit, nigga, fuck that shit. That shit was fun, nigga. It's not real. Or you may wake up in a total recall bed and niggas go, nigga, it's 2014. You don't fucking know that. You know what I'm saying? And the things that you gotta do are in you. No one can tell you. You gotta look under every stone to come up with what you come up with. Because at the end, with whatever you come up with in your mind will be absolute fact. So you gotta read behind your psyche when you say, how do we make this lifetime our last experience on earth? You tell yourself that. First, you need to tell yourself that you can tell yourself that. And then you need to tell yourself that. You haven't got to the point where you convince yourself that you can do what you want to do. How do we do that? All you have to do now is go on YouTube and listen to a fucking 18-hour lecture I did called How to Die and Not Come Back by what the pyramid text and what they said. So I've given instructions on what to do, but but you still coming back on instructions if you think something is guiding your ass, that you need to go to the left so you don't get fucked up. No, you'll know what to do when you convince yourself that you know
what to do.
In you.
Excellent answer, my brother. That's why he's the GOAT. That's why he's out here, family.
See, I'm starting to get souped up now. I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's so many lecturers that are gone now. And we coming up on like 13 years or so that I've been speaking. So now I'm starting to become not the side bitch as much. And now I kind of start to know what Bobby and Phil felt like when they started, because remember, we the ones that started calling them master
teachers and all of
elders. Yeah. So now I'm starting to hear that a little bit more. So now I can see you start to be this guy. Yeah, bless you. Yeah, like it. You know, before 5 + 5, you got to do that. You got to do. Then when you go back, then now it's like, yeah, beloved, I love you. Just keep up the good work. Yes, beloved.
Facts.
So I don't want to become too souped up.
I hear you, my brother. Leave your contact information one more time for the people before we get out of here.
All right, y'all all know me, so it's easy to find me. If you Google Brother Panic, the first page is everything I got. There's Instagram. It's like Bropan. No, it's BRTHA, Brother Panic, PANIC. So BROTHA. PANIC is Brother Panic. I have a Patreon, of course. Y'all need to join for exclusive content, which I'm going to put some more up soon. I'm looking to put more eye opener up. I just got to make CDs. I got a shitload of tapes still, Rich. I still got all those tapes. And so exclusive content, patreon.com/Brother Panic. You can get my Facebook. My website is Occult Lectures, OCCULTLECTURES.com. There you could connect to my wife's website, Samdi Readings, SAMID. I'm sorry, let me do that over. SAMEDIREADINGS.com. There she does her readings, her classes, her workshops, chakras, Akashic, and a whole heap of shit you need to see. Everyone should know GINDJAB by now and see what she got going on her site. You can connect to it through mine, which is Occult Lectures. My YouTube is the same thing, Occult Lectures. CASHAPP, I guess is the last one, $ Brother Pan, BROTHER, PAN. Hit me up. Keep the lights on, son. Every little counts and helps. And I always appreciate you guys. I always appreciate Rich's forum. I always appreciate
The God has to do. He has to set the energy right.
CASHAPP.
So Richard Jamal, first of all, my brother, welcome to my platform. Thank you for agreeing to come on to the platform. And without further ado, God, set it off right and set the energy and the frequency right, my brother, before we get started.
First, let me say I appreciate you, God, for bringing me on your platform. I have nothing but respect for what you are doing for the planet, which is sharing the information and the messages that the ancestors are sending through us all. So I just want to say, first and foremost, I want to thank you. And I appreciate your platform and everybody in here this evening. But before we get started, you know, like I was telling God backstage, I say, hey, I know this your platform. But if it's okay with you, you don't mind if I set the correct vibratory frequency. And, you know, God behind me, he's like, yeah, God, do what you do. He watch a lot of the information in the university. So for those of you who don't know me, what I always do before I give any messages, because I channel energy, I really don't like to use other mediums other than the ancestors, because we are gods and goddesses. So all answers that we are seeking for lie within ourselves. But sound healing is the big thing. So we're actually doing a 7-week chakra cleanse on my website right now, and we actually on the brow chakra. So this particular sound bowl will help to stimulate the third eye. And because I don't want us to just discuss esoteric information, metaphysics, quantum physics, molecular biology, the different topics that we'll be going over this evening, without us being on the same vibratory frequency, it's imperative that we get there. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 4. So what's 3 sets of 4? Okay. We are energy. Everything around you is energy. All right. So everything is vibration. Nothing ever is still. Everything is always becoming. I like how God mentioned the Hermetic teachings when he was just running the ad, because if you go study the Hermetic teachings, it teaches you one of the main principles of polarity, rhythm, vibration, etc. Understanding your universe. So you have north, east, south, west. We were told that these are just actual directions on the planet, when in actuality these are interdimensional realms within this realm of Atlantis that we live on, which we have been told to believe is America, right? Or the world, when you think of a world map. So we always want to send energy in the correct frequency, that north, east, south, west, and the beings that exist in those certain parts of the realm. We also like to send the vibration to the elements: water, fire, earth, air, because each phalange, each finger aligns with a particular element. These are things they don't teach us in school, because being carbonated beings, non-ether beings, we are connected to everything around us. So before we roll into any download, I always have to send the energy to those elements, because the elements have as much life as you and I. And then the last set always go to the 4 phases of matter. All right, matter makes up what you consider your physical reality, and the slowest form of matter is what we call solids, which is how you and I appear. So you have solids, and then the next vibration that's a little faster than solids will be liquids, and the next vibration that's a little faster than the liquids will be gas, which is the spirit realms, and the next vibration that's a little faster than the gas realm will be plasma energy realms, and on and on. So plasma energy is the highest form of energy in this physical state of matter. So we always send a vibration to those 3. So that's what we're going to do right now. All right. So we'll start first with north. East. West. South. All right. Now for the directions. All right. Now for action out the directions. We did north, east, south, and west. So now for the elements, starting with the most powerful element that was created first, which would be water. Fire. Air. last but not least, win. Solids. Liquids. Gas. And plasma energy. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That's that third eye. That's that sound bowl. Sound healing is a real thing. Let me see that light back. Sound healing is a real thing. God, I appreciate you clearing the room for a second so that we can all get on the right vibratory frequency. Sound healing is a big thing that needs to be discussed more within the community. Definitely when we're talking about metaphysics. How you feeling, though, God? Talk to me.
Indeed, man. Listen, I'm feeling absolutely great, my brother. I think the time that we are in, it has boosted my morale and my mood, despite everything we see going on around us. Internally, I feel great. And sometimes my ego say, nigga, you see what's going around? Why what you doing feeling that good, nigga? And I'm like, nah, because I feel good. That's why I feel, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what's going on outside. I got this inner feeling inside, and I know what that's about. The topic, my brother, I named the show tonight Serious Mysteries. I love what you talk about. I love what you present to our community. It's been so long that our community, the melanated community, could not have conversations like this because we felt like we had to focus on the white man or white supremacy. And I understand that. I totally get it. But several teachers, Dr. York, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Delbert Blair, Bobby Hammond, Dr. Phil Valentine, decided to still talk about extraterrestrials, metaphysics, the cosmos. And because of those brothers, me and you are here today to continue that legacy. And I'm thankful for those brothers who came before us. One thing what I want to say to start the show with, my brother, is that in the melanated community, I hear so much about the Sirius. And I've heard you mention things I never heard about Sirius X. I heard about Sirius A, B, and C, but you mentioned Sirius X. Now, I used to be subscribed to Gaia because I get information from everywhere when it comes to metaphysics. And on Gaia, a lot of the other cultures, they always talk about the Palladians. So you got one culture that always talks about Palladians. Then when I come within our culture, the teachers in our cultures always talk about Sirius. So I'm like, well, then why they don't mention Sirius and why we don't talk about the Palladians? So we'll talk about that, but pretty much let's start out with that. Why is it that, you know, I'm always hearing about Sirius, and when I go over there to get information, I'm always hearing about the Palladians. And you can say who is the Syrians and who is the Palladians, you know, getting all of that, my brother.
Well, the truth be told, I mean, when it comes to the cosmic history of your so-called Black and Latino people, that has been more than hidden from us, right? It was a documentary that came out years ago called Hidden Colors. I believe they came out maybe 5 or 6 versions of it, but it it's a great documentary for anybody that's on their journey to start with. I would recommend checking it out because it opened your mind up to a lot of things that's beyond what we've been taught, you know, via social engineering. But when you're looking at Gaia, you know, like I always said on my platform, all right, when you're looking at Gaia, all that is these oppressors, right? You can call them the deep state, the cabal, whatever the hell you want to call it, all right? But at the end of the day, these are the oppressors, and they have hidden all our valuable esoteric information from us. And then they come out with these little series like Gaia or the X-Files or these cartoons, right? Or these movies, the Star Wars, Star Trek, right? Guardians of the Galaxy, and on, documenting all of our history, right? And when you come over to what's us, your so-called Black or Latino people, we have been hit with Jesus. So it's hard for us to get past religion. And for those of us that do get past religion, the furthest we might get is going back to the Dogon, which is the African tribe that kind of spoke about the Nomos, which are beings that come out of the Sirius star system. But because we are so powerful, we can never know who we are. And it's not really knowing, it's remembering. Because you come here as a soul and a spirit. You sign a soul contract. So there's no such thing as birth, for example. We are cosmic beings. So I like to teach our cosmic history. You can never die because you was never born. If you are a 9 to being with a carbon, what they like to call pigmentation. All right.